Okay, once again, my name is Comrade Ime Abesebe Oscar, National President, South Youth is on, and it's so disheartening at this point in time when we think that Rivers people, in their need of peace and stability, political stability, and economic stability, we have a former governor of Rivers State who happens to also double as the FCT minister, but it's Onwike, asking for forgiveness from His Excellency Ismaila Fubara. We want to ask a question at this point in time. Who is supposed to apologize to who? Who is actually in the position of apologizing? We want to make it clear that Nyesom Wike is the person that should apologize to Rivers people. We want to make it clear that if there's anybody, if there's any person, if there's any former governor in Rivers State that actually needs to apologize to Rivers people, is Barrister Nyesom Wike, the FCT minister. Let us also remind the FCT minister that he has benefited so much from Rivers people and from Rivers State. The FCT minister says he started nurturing ambition to become the governor of Rivers State in 2013. Rivers State has never been in peace. Nyesom Wike, the FCT minister, make this state ungovernable for Right Honorable Chibuike Rotimi Amaechi. It was under Nyesom Wike, because of Nyesom Wike, that the Rivers State judiciary was shut down because of Nyesom Wike for complete 1 year, or the entire period of Amaechi's second tenure. The entire judiciary was shut down. Nyesom Wike was responsible for the reason why Right Honorable Chibuike Rotimi Amaechi, the former governor of Rivers State, or the then governor, shut down the judiciary. It was also because of Nyesom Wike that we have the House of Assembly member used mace to hit the head of another House of Assembly member. Because of Nyesom Wike. This same Nyesom Wike, when he also decided, or when he ended up being the governor of Rivers State, we have never got it right. Nyesom Wike, under his watch, or because of Nyesom Wike benefited in Rivers State. Today, we want to actually outline some of the investment or some of the benefits that Nyesom Wike has within his period, that we expect Nyesom Wike to apologize to Rivers people. Nyesom Wike, under his tenure or within this period, among other things that we know, or among other things that should be listed, Nyesom Wike is the owner of the Signature Hotel in Rivers State. One of the hotels that is actually in the first class level in Rivers State is owned by Nyesom Wike. Hyper City, that is across the entire Port Harcourt and Rivers State, is owned by the wife of Nyesom Wike, Judith Nyesom Wike, Suzette Nyesom Wike. We also have the Restore Park, the filling station named as Restore Park in Rivers State. It's owned by Sir Nyesom Wike, the FCT minister. Then we also have the amusement park in Port Harcourt. It's owned by Nyesom Wike. We also have the Pleasure Park in Port Harcourt, which is also owned by Nyesom Wike. We also have a lot of hectares of land, uncountable plots or hectares of land situated in Rivers State and in Port Harcourt, owned by Nyesom Wike. At the same time, we want to ask a question. If Nyesom Wike have got all of this, including his personal house at Ada George on Ada George Road in Port Harcourt, which was actually built by Julius Berger as the CSRO that Julius Berger was supposed to give to Rivers State. Julius Berger built that particular structure for Nyesom Wike as his personal house. This was supposed to be the CSRO that belonged to Rivers people. Now we want to ask, who has benefited in Rivers State than Nyesom Wike? Nyesom Wike has benefited so much that actually need to apologize to Rivers people for making this state ungovernable for the current governor of Rivers State. It was still in this state that we were actually in that Nyesom Wike decided to ask Ismaila Fubara to come out for governor. We were also happy that Nyesom Wike supported Ismaila Fubara onto his nomination for Ismaila Fubara to become the governor of Rivers State. No doubt that he actually made that nomination. But then, we also believe that if Nyesom Wike have given Ismaila Fubara the support then to succeed as the governor of Rivers State, what then happened? Why can't you allow him to perform his constitutional duty while requesting that he should come and kneel down for you before he can perform his constitutional duty? We want to also ask Nyesom Wike, who has Nyesom Wike ever knelt down for when he was the governor? Who made Nyesom Wike actually have a governor or became the governor of Rivers State? Or does it mean that Nyesom Wike actually became a governor without anybody's support? Rivers people also ask a question. Nyesom Wike said that he actually wanted a total removal of the governor of Rivers State, but the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, ensured that Ismaila Fubara maintained his position and call for a state of emergency. If actually you are a true citizen of the state, if Nyesom Wike have love for Rivers people, if Nyesom Wike is concerned about the government or governance in Rivers State, will Nyesom Wike be making this state unbearable for the executive governor of Rivers State? Will Nyesom Wike be making this state unbearable for the citizens of the state? Nyesom Wike has been able to sit down within the first 4 tenure. Now we need to apologize again. Nyesom Wike promised Rivers people 5,000 job opportunity. Rivers State did not see the light of the day in the 5,000 job. Yes, some wicked did not promote civil servant when he was the governor of Rivers State. Yes, some wicked did not pay pension to pensioners. Yes, some wicked did not pay bursary to students. Yes, some wicked did not also embark on any youth empowerment and completed his 8 years tenure or first and second tenure in Rivers State. Yet he has not apologized to Rivers State. Yes, some wicked has not been able to come out for accountability on how he spent Rivers State money. Rivers people are in their need of Nyesom Wike to give account for how he became or how he spent his money within the first tenure and the second tenure. Nyesom Wike declare have up to 10 or 12 billion naira monthly as allocation, when Rivers people or Rivers State was generating more than up to that amount it actually declared in Rivers State. What has happened? Why has Nyesom Wike refused to come out to apologize to Rivers people? We want to ensure, we want to tell Rivers people and tell the whole world and the international community that at this point in time, the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not being fair to Rivers people. We want to tell the whole world and the international community that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not actually being fair in terms of the dividends of democracy. Bola Ahmed Tinubu has failed Rivers and Nigerians. Because why has he failed? At this point in time, Bola Ahmed Tinubu has actually not met up expectation as the president of this country. We were expecting that as the president of this country, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as a father that he is, we want to ask a question. That at this point in time, what is Bola Ahmed Tinubu still looking for when it comes to money? He has got all the money that he wants to get in his life. He has achieved. His children are doing well. He has actually projected all his children to become one of the people that, or one of the persons that Nigerians will be worshiping. Nigerians will not worship their father and then worship the children. We will not worship your child, and as much as well, we are worshiping you. That will not happen in this country. We want to make it clear as well that at this point in time, we're expecting Barrister Nyesom Wike to advise Mr. President on their need on how Rivers people need some economic stability. Right now, as we speak, investors are running away from the state. What is the happiness of Nyesom Wike? That investors that should be attracted to a state like Rivers State, the treasure base of the nation, investors are now running away from Rivers State because of the political crisis that is being caused or orchestrated by Nyesom Wike. What is your joy? What is your happiness? That today, Lagos State that was supposed to have Rivers State in competition is now the only state that no other state is competing with, and you are happy. You are also happy that a state like Rivers State, your own father's land, where you came from, a state where you have become a 2 times governor. Now, at this point in time, Rivers State are in dire need of positive system or responsible system of governance. And you, Nyesom Wike, is not concerned about the dividends of democracy to Rivers people. You have killed democracy in Rivers State. What do you intend to achieve? I want to tell Nyesom Wike that as Rivers citizens that we are not happy and that we are also disappointed in his style of leadership. We are not happy about his style of leadership, and we cannot see him as a father. Nyesom Wike have disappointed millions of Rivers people. I want Nyesom Wike to understand that if he does not reverse his position and change his position on the situation that is ongoing in Rivers State, that Rivers people will soon do a massive protest in his house to block his house in Port Harcourt. Now, as we speak, Rivers State is actually in a dire situation. Democracy has been killed in Rivers State. Rivers State has no reason for a state of emergency. Now, why do we have a state of emergency? The Nigerian military nominated or accepted one of their son or one of their products to be in charge of, to be the sole administrator in Rivers State. What are we asking for? We were thinking that the Nigerian military will still regain its glory, because we were told when growing up that the police is the corrupt aspect of security, and that the military, we are still much having their integrity intact. With the current acceptance of Abbas accepting to be sole administrator of Rivers State, do we still believe that the integrity of the military is intact? Because we were thinking that if Abbas was actually genuine in his mandate, if Abbas was actually transparent and actually got his stability or got the rank he got in the Nigerian military before his retirement, ordinary Mr. Abbas wouldn't have accepted to be the sole administrator in Rivers State. Up till now, he has refused to resign because he's continuing enjoying the tools or the blueprint or the script that was given to him by the Abuja-based politician. Now, Abbas want to ask a question. The 264 billion naira that rumor have it that is in the custody of Rivers State account. Want to make Abbas understand, and Nigerians and the international community, and as well the NSA, the National Assembly, Mr. President, to be aware that rumor has it that 264 billion was left in Rivers State account. If anything happens to that money, Ibas should be held responsible. EFCC should come after Ibas. If anything happened to Rivers State Resources, if anything should go wrong with that money that was kept by the governor of Rivers State, the suspended governor. The executive governor of Rivers State, Usman Fubara, has been operating for the period of 1 year now or 2 years now without borrowing money. We can remember how much Nyesom Wike borrowed within his period in office. Usman Fubara has not borrowed any money. He's yet to borrow a kobo from anybody. At the same time, he is still making sure that is going on with the development that is needed in Rivers State. He's still making government presence across the 23 local government of Rivers State or in Rivers State. At the same time, we have Nyesom Wike as the former governor of Rivers State that concentrated his blueprint on just 2 local governments, Obiakpo and Port Harcourt City. These were just the concentration of Nyesom Wike when he was the governor of Rivers State. Today, Nyesom Wike have decided to make Rivers State ungovernable, going about talking about different things that will also create more tension in the state. This is apparently 1 month for the state of emergency, and we are not comfortable. We cannot say that we're happy about this situation. We are going to mobilize. We are going to mobilize every youth, every mother and father in Rivers State to come out to say enough of this whole situation. If the NSA cannot be able to address situation like this and make sure that peace is restored in Rivers State, and then ask that the sole administrator should go back or reverse the state of emergency in Rivers State, then Rivers Youth will actually embark on a serious protest that Nigeria government will be ready to shoot direct to Nigerians, to Rivers youths that will come out against this particular state of emergency. We want to make it clear that at this point in time, Rivers youths are not happy. The president, Akpabio, should understand that this is not why the South-South youth and the South-South region actually endorse him as the Senate president. Mr. Akpabio will not do this to his own state. Mr. Akpabio should understand, the Senate president should understand that what he's doing to Rivers State is not the same thing he will want to do in Akwa Ibom State. 1 year some to understand that actually, if he's not ashamed of his actions, if he's not ashamed of the situation that he has caused Rivers people, if he's not ashamed of the hunger that is actually creating on daily basis in Rivers State, then the world, Nigerians are actually laughing at him for conspiring with outsiders, for conspiring with non-indigenous of Rivers State to make government unbearable or to make governance unbearable for Rivers citizens. Then you should know that he's not being seen as a hero. Rather, he's being seen as something else. And he should be ashamed of such an action. Nyesom Wike should also be aware that at this point, that Rivers youth are just carefully looking at him, because if he assured himself that he's going to deliver Mr. President come 2027 with this kind of action, then we are telling him that that is a big failure that he will get in 2027. Mr. President will be disappointed in 2027 because, like we said earlier, no matter the number of military presidents in Rivers State, they will never, and they can never force us to vote against our conscience. So let them be aware that 2027 is also by the corner. We will also ask and advise Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to understand that 2027 that is coming up, Rivers youth will make the right choice. We take, for the very first time, we take a bold decision. And nobody can actually stop Rivers people from taking a bold step. So if Mr. President wants his 2027 election to be successful, then we ask that Mr. President, with immediate effect, to reverse the state of emergency. This is the first month, and Rivers people is not in peace. Mr. Administrator was actually assigned to Rivers State to create peace and to restore normalcy, political stability in the state. What is the sole administrator doing? Sponsoring protests in Rivers State. The sole administrator is actually at this point in time sponsoring protests in the state and then ensuring that those persons that are actually going against the state of emergency and also protesting against what is going on and the action of Nyesom Wike are being tear gassed on daily basis, are being given a serious challenge, are being chased with tear gas on daily basis. But those that are actually protesting in favor of pro-Wike protests are given the necessary protection, are given security backup, and are escorted from their meeting point to their destination without any tear gas. How do we explain this to Nigerians? How do we explain this to the world? We are told that protest is a constitutional right of every citizen. You cannot stop us from protesting because it's our constitutional right. This is a democratic system of government, not a military era. We are not the military system where you can stop us from protesting. We are going to protest and will continue protesting until the needful is done. So I want to call on the attention of Mr. President that if he actually feel that Nyesom Wike will deliver in 2027, then he should continue with this action. But if he understand that we also need the vote of Rivers citizens, we also need the vote of Rivers people, then he must go back and retrace the step and reverse the state of emergency, and then call back his sole administrator in Rivers State, because we are no longer comfortable with that situation. We cannot continue having this situation in the state, and we ask that the sole administrator should be called back immediately. Simeon Afubara should be reinstated. The executive governor of Rivers State, the suspended governor, must be reinstated, knowing very well that Mr. President act very seriously against the Nigerian Constitution. First, we no longer have confidence, we no longer have trust in those that were set up by the National Assembly to restore peace in Rivers State, called the 21-man panel that is actually being assigned for that particular situation. Looking at the antecedent, looking at the action of the sole administrator, then it's obvious that nothing good is going to come out from them, because we do not need any panel of judges. We do not need any committee any panel of committee to actually look in the case of Rivers State. Rivers State case is a clear situation. Mr. President cannot play or claim to be ignorant about what is going on or the causes of the political crisis we have in Rivers State. Nobody should